Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. As you wish. Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Good to go! get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods? This will help many.
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kukari Wilds. They also say that washing your feet in winter...
Let him take notice and shine.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
I hear you drove off those bandits.
There'll just be
Hope
more
they don't come
bandits
back.
as soon as you leave.
The carnage we left in the wilds was
The
horrifying.
carnage we left in the wilds was horrifying.
And here we are, Soldier's Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. It came to me in my dreams. When I was a lad, I tried going through the tunnel by myself. Got horribly lost, but every now and again since, I've dreamt of it. I didn't want you to think I was some moon-addled simpleton. I've me wits about me, but enough of that. I'll follow you from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Soldier's Peak. Looks like it's seen better days. Better centuries, more like.
Once the wardens flourished, their ranks full, their caliber certain. Now they even accept people like you, Alistair.
Hey.
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the King's advice, then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I've heard an Orlesian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted. Yes, Warden.
Why can't the dead stay in the ground where they belong?
Make a reserve! Now we get our It is done.
Can I get you a knife? My back.
Make her be brave!
Nothing like a brush with death to make you not like death much.
There's more up ahead.
Got it.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens. Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens! Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns. Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up! I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant. and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them. Not much is known of King Arland. The War of Succession that followed his death, now that was a piece of work. Lasted nearly a decade, and almost burned Denerim and the palace to the ground. Loads of history was lost, but maybe there's answers to that inside. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
I'll get on it. Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
What?
Allow me. I could do that for you.
right, all right.
The door won't hold, Archivist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by?
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned. But Sophia must have had her reasons. The Wardens are heroes. Some injustices just can't be ignored. We can only hope.
Make them pay for every inch, men! Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Nelate obrasov sefan nefepan.
Andraste's blood! What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes! Press them! Press them now!
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
Fool! So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now. The battle is lost.
Avernus!
What just happened? Oh no, more fighting. The Wardens summoned demons. Can't believe it. And my grandmother, she knew. I believed that my family was better than that. But answers may lay up ahead.
Step no further, Warden. This one would speak with you. This one is the Dryden, Commander, Sophia. All these things.
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal. This one has tasted her memories, seen her thoughts and hidden places. But she is food for this one. No more, no less.
That, or she's really let herself go. My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
What is one woman-child compared to your might? A fool this one would be to betray the Warden.
You can't be serious. There's not...
Your fledgling should mind its place. The Soldier's Peak traps me. This one sees so many tantalizing places in the Dryden's memories. This one would see the world herself. For me to be free, into the Old Mage Tower you go and destroy. In return, this one seals the veil. No more demons, no more enemies. Your peak would be safe. Just let this one go into the world. This one knows all, but will only talk after the tower lies broken. The magic's all moving. Something inside keeps my kind locked away. This one will roam, this one... But without me, the veil will grow weaker. More demons, more misery. You choose just one of my kind, or many. only must destroy. For your purpose, there is nothing more you need.
Warden, my family's been looked, but not like this.
Agreed. Any questions the levy gets his questions answered. You get nothing more. Then you die!
My
can't believe my great-great-grandmother was still alive. Well, sort of alive, sort of dead. I need a drink.
Got it. All right, all right.
Step no further, Warden. This one would speak with you. This one is the
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal. This one has tasted her memories, seen her, but she is food for this one. No more, no less.
That all she's really... My great-great...
Fool!
Why can't the dead stay in the ground where they belong?
This one would propose...
My great-great-great...
But she is food. What a fool this one would be to...
You can't be serious. There's nothing left of Commander Dryden. She's possessed.
Your fledgling should mind its place. Meek, subservient, quiet. The soldier's peak traps me. This one sees so many tantalizing places in the Dryden's memories. This one would see the world herself. For me to be free, into the old mage tower you go and destroy. In return, this one seals the veil. No more demons, no more enemies. Your peak would be safe. Just let this one go into the world. The magics, all moving things, the very stone if you have the power. Something inside keeps my kind locked away. This one will roam, this one will see, this one will feed. But without me, the veil will grow weaker. You choose just one of my kind, or... This one knows all, but will only talk after the tower lies broken. Yes. This one smells the sweet. You seek to betray this one. You do not make terms. You break tower first. The terms have been set. This one will not negotiate.
Warden, my family's been looking for answers for over a century, but not like this. I'll support your decision either way.
Agreed. Any questions Levy has of the Dryden will be asked. You only must destroy for your... This one is waiting, Warden! Break the tower!
Allow me.
Yes.
I could do that for you. Right away.
I'll get on it. Now's better than later.
Day 32. The subject is not responding to the stimuli. Testing the pain threshold has uncovered nothing. Only 3 subjects are left. Day 82. If only I could reproduce last night's extraordinary success. Electricity is only a catalyst. The blood is the key. Day 97. Energy and blood. Repeated applications have duplicated the results. I conjecture that success can be induced alchemically. But there are no more subjects left. If only I had 1 more, or a dozen. The things I could do. I hear you. Don't disrupt my concentration. Even now, the demons seek to replenish their numbers. Are you to thank for this welcomed but temporary imbalance? Only just. I have only a short time left.
Careful. This man has dabbled in matters forbidden by the Maker. He may look frail, but don't trust him.
So the Maker told you that, did he? Short-sighted men have... Why are you here? What is your intent? They were necessary. As a warden.
Necessary? Having to relieve yourself after an 8-hour ride is necessary. But there's no excuse for summoning demons.
Charming. A combination of my research and blood magic. But even without that, who else would brave Soldier's Peak? To what questions, I wonder? The Chantry foolishly forbids blood magic, but there are so many secrets to uncover. As my body decayed, I found ways to extend it. But that can only go so far. To stop the demonic tide. Blood magic comes from demons. They could counter every bit of law I knew. But the Darkspawn taint, that is alien to them. And it has power. The Wardens use it merely to sense Darkspawn. A triviality. My research has discovered so much more. Hinted at even greater heights. This knowledge could not only save Soldier's Peak, with it the Wardens could grow even more powerful. You've already read my research, but in time, with the proper materials, I could learn so much more. Yes?
Master Mage, sir, my family name has been worth less than dirt for over a century. Do you have any proof that Sophia was a hero?
The boy who braved the mists. So you heeded my call. Ha 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 ha, and you are a Dryden. The cosmos has a sense of humor. He was but a boy when he entered the tunnels below the peak. His heart pure, his character certain. In dreams, I gave him the keys he would need. He would be my deliverance. Your great-great-grandmother was the best of us. Brave, charismatic, fiery, utterly devoted to the fight. But still we lost. We fought against a tyrant, you know, so full of vigor then, so blind to consequence. But proof? There's none to be had.
I had hoped. But thank you, Warden.
What use would storytelling serve? The tyrant Arland is long dead, as is all our noble co-conspirators and the Grand Rebellion. Sophia's corpse may walk and talk, but she, too, is no more. He ruled with fear and poison, his treachery pit noble against noble in terrible battle. We thought him a monster. We gathered allies to rebel. But the toll of years has erased our failure, hasn't it? It seemed so pressing then, but the kingdom lives on. Too many mouths to quiet. Even sorcery can only go so far. So we met with Tyrn Kuzland. With him on our side, we had a chance of victory. Instead, the King's Guard ambushed us. Commander Dryden and I barely escaped. Is it? You lost many family members that day. I saw the Tiern's head on the meeting table, with an apple in its mouth. Ireland's butchers, no doubt, slaughtered enough Kuzlans to make them pliable. I had considered the possibility of failure, but so many demons breaking free was more catastrophic than I had postulated. But my course was clear. I had to get to safety to contain the demonic threat. I took only those who would not impede my goal. Perhaps, but it was survival. For months, I prepared the summoning circles, researched the darkest depths of the Fade. That moment was a triumph of demonic law. Dozens of demons, called by my hand. But with so many variables, I suppose, calculation errors were inevitable. I was so close. She gave the order. I would have summoned the demons anyway. Only under Wardens can true magical research continue. A chance to rediscover the secrets of ancient Tevinter. Chantry lies told to subjugate the mages to keep them docile. And how do you know they are right? Their faith would have you swallow a great deal for small comfort. And who draws this line? Corrupt? You? Embrace the core tenet of the Wardens, any means necessary to win. Yes? So be it. My only request, if justice or vengeance drive you, stay your hand until the demons are dealt with. You are wise not to trust her. We will deal with her first, and afterwards. We must go to the Great Hall. There, I will repair the damage I caused so long ago. There will be peril. The demons will fight us every step of the way. Come.
get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
We must hurry.
Got it. All right, all right.
Yes? Next to nothing, I'm afraid. Perhaps there is little to know.
What do you need? Ask away.
What do you wish of me? If you must. What do you wish of me? We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however.
He lives! You were supposed to kill him!
Ah, the architect of my downfall. So clever in your deceit. And what has it brought you?
Treacherous wardens, at every turn! This one will crush you!
I'm finished hiding. After these long, bitter years, let it be over.
This one will...
Help me now, Warden. Quick! To the main hall. With so few of her minions to protect her, the demon was no challenge for us. But we must act quickly. The real challenge lies ahead. The veil must be closed. I will unravel the waves of spirits. I feel them.
It's... oh, so what of me? Will you leave me to experiment in peace? Without test subjects. But I will do... But if I do...
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer of Avernus deserves the gallows, if you ask me, but if he does the proper But there was no proof to redeem my family. For so long, I was focused on the past, on answers. But I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. Enough of that, though. I find myself at a loss. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again. I might use the peak as a base of operations. So many bandits about, but none would dare come here. Nice place to store trade goods. You, of course, will get a sizable discount.
Looks like we're done here.
All right, all right. Got it.
Once my family comes, I might have some merchandise you could buy. Might tidy the place up a bit, too. Well, my nephews will.
What do you need?
Yes? Next to nothing, I'm afraid. Perhaps there is little to know about this place, or I simply have not discovered its secret.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
You are a Grey Warden, so it follows that you can't be a woman. Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight. Why would women ever wish to be men? That makes no sense. Do they also wish to live on the moon? That's as attainable. One of those things can't be true. A person is born, the size of his hands, whether he is clever or foolish. Can they? We'll see.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Thieves! You were supposed to...
Ah, the architect of my downfall. So clever in your deceit. And what has it brought you? I'm finished hiding. After these...
This one will give you...
Help me now, Warden!
Make a preserver. Defend yourself. Have a battle, I see. You should run while you can. Alright, battle it is then. Watch your guard. Brilliant.
Quick! To the main hall. I will unravel the summoning circles I drew so long ago. Waves of spirits and demons may come through. Dispatch them. I will begin. First, I must summon the magical energies. I feel them. They're coming.
I'll get on it.
You win!
I'll get on it. Stop it.
Another battle!
This'll be fun. I'll try to be merciful. Rock me and your side.
Now better than later. Now better than later. No, you hurry. I shall do it. They won't know what hit them.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
It's over. The veil is strong now. Stronger, at least. So what of me? Will you leave me to experiment in peace? Without test subjects, without other materials, you would cripple my efforts. But I will do what I can in this endeavor. I have little hope of discovering anything useful. But if I do, you will hear of it.
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer of Avernus deserves the gallows if you ask me, but people will do queer things to survive. But if he does the proper research, without the sacrifices and blood magic and all, maybe he'll turn up something good. But there was no proof to redeem my family. For so long, I was focused on the pub, but I think I would have... Enough of that. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again. It is. You're gathering an army, after all. The fortress may do some good with. You know I'm no good in a fight. My cousins have been looking for a safe place, whatever the Dryden...
Looks like we're done here. A demonic invasion thwarted, a warden base safely rescued. We do good work.
Got it.
What do you need?
I don't understand. You look like a woman. Flirting. I don't know this. You are a Grey Warden. so it follows that you can't be a woman. Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight. What does that have to do with anything? No one gets to choose who they are. Of course not. A person is born. Who doesn't choose that. The size of his hands, whether he is clever or foolish, the land he comes from, the color of his hair. These are... will... Yes. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly Very well. As you wish. I don't understand. You look like a woman. You are a Grey Warden, so it follows that you can't be a woman. Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight. The laborers, soldiers, and Ashkari are men. There is nothing else left. Exactly. One of those things can't be true. A person is born. The size of his hands, whether he is... We'll see. Yes. I am hardly surprised. Very well. As you wish.
Yes? Well, here I am. Of course I do. I love stories far too much. Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my All right, I will tell you the tale another time. I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you. Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love. Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and they lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side. But when Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower, distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell, the demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many chastened men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Korcari wilds. Chantry law says it is in ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that so thinking, but they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that the Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris. Which one? I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves, the great elven leader, Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in a land of their own. The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish. Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom but Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker. When the elves claimed the Dales if you wish. Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribe, She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hessarian. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter. I have thought on this too. This question we will never know for sure.
beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain, long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain, long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain, long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. when he's lonely, sleeps with the stars for a tent. For the beast spread a feast when he's hungry, and God charges no man. He'll live as long as gold so free and laugh at fools like you and me. Often sigh and wish that I were the old man of the mountain.
Make you hot, make you well to do, we ought to do, we ought to do all.
The rhythm is sweet, and to do the crazy cool. God on the beat, the rhythm is sweet, and to do the crazy cool.
wedding bells for today. 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 Today.
As I go riding merrily along.
Jingle jangle.
And they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single?
Jingle jangle.
And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Jingle jangle.
That song ain't so very far from wrong.
Jingle jangle.
Today.
Really, that's something splendid.
Walking down the street and you hear that heavy beat. Can't help but walk your feet down all the way to me. People laughing and dancing all night long, and through the flashing lights, see the band playing their own song. And we wanna see the world through different eyes just for tonight. And you're hoping that this night will end. You'll surrender if you feel the music fold around you and pull you into the light. How it takes away all strain and stress and turns it into light just for tonight.
Why didn't you take care of that bratty kid like I told you?
He sneaked off to go hunting. He wasn't even here. So how could I help him?
And he ran smack into the marshal. Now we've really got our heads in a noose. Suppose the old man's dead when they find him.
If he's dead, he can't talk, can he?
Oh, it's worse if he's alive. Blast you, Hattie. Can't you do anything right?
You're blaming me?
Who would I blame? I didn't put that marshal on our trail.
It don't matter now who did. What are we going to do?
We're going to have to get out of here fast.
number 3 10 years ago, was released today from the federal penitentiary after serving 11 years of a 10-to-life sentence. To this day, the $250,000 in gold bullion involved in the original crime has not been recovered. Police officials doubt the gold can be recovered, pointing out that should the gold be found by Pappas, the insurance company would have the first claim. $250,000 in gold, and this guy used to be a father. Hey, I'd sure like to meet this guy.
What do you need?
What do you wish of me? If you must. What do you wish of me? We are in camp, so 'tis a...
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man. You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter. You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar. I know. Even had Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Kalen, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens. The Maker has a sense of humor, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
Why am I not surprised? Is there someone else we should be bringing back from the brink of death instead?
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there. I hope not. Would they know how to work the lock, even if they did? The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some dark spawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Kalen's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
What do you need? Ask away. I suppose I could. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets. Ask me later.
Indeed.
Yes.
Now's better than later.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do? Oh, no, I sent the elf. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service. I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. Of all the other things that went wrong, it's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could? The dwarf I brought it from said it activates and controls a golem. So long as you have it in your hand, the golem does what you say. Might be useful, no? I mean, you look like the sort who could use one, yes? The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn. That's not such an issue for adventurous types like yourself, surely? Or I'm hoping that's so, at least. The fellow I brought it from is a long-standing contact. He didn't want to come to Ferelden, however, with all our... He said he got it from the man who owned this golem. Hence the low price? Nothing. I just don't want to have to lug around. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honleith. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works. Maybe you could look up the fellow who owned the golem before. If he... Best of luck.
I'll get on it. anyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
How did a child survive that? The crater is still smoking. It's a boy. 5 fingers, 5 toes. That's all that matters to me. The Maker has answered our prayers. Let's go home, Marta, and raise the tyke as our own.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it. All right. Now's better than later.
Good day.
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess. Is there something It was my father's idea. He ran the inn before me, and he named it for my sister. She was his little princess. Princess decided the country was too dull for her and moved to Denerim. More glamorous, she said. Well, she was found murdered, robbed of all the trinkets my father bought her with his hard-earned money. My father died of shock and heartbreak. Mother stopped eating, and I got the struggling inn. The name stuck. That's the story. course. What would you like?